As I said in one of the other videos, I'm not going to be able to show you all of the different techniques that you can use with polymer clay, and that's not even counting getting into any kind of sculpture or anything, but I'll provide some links to some artists that do sculpture, and like I said before, there's lots of YouTube videos. You could find out how to do just about anything out on YouTube. So what I wanted to show you today is just a couple of techniques, kind of basic techniques when you think about polymer clay, and the different ways that you can use them to get some different effects. So one of them is cane building, and cane building is where you layer polymer clay together and form different patterns like this into a cane. So you put it into a block or a round cane, and then you very thinly slice this cane and you put it onto another piece of clay and make a veneer that way. So for this necklace, here's the veneer that I made. So I really thinly sliced the cane pieces, put it on a black clay, and then I did roll it through the pasta machine just to get it to spread out a little bit and reveal a lot of the intricate detail of the cane. So the reason why canes are different than the other things that we've been doing is that you're not blending the clay. Intentionally, the way you handle the clay is to keep it separate, to keep the colors true and separated from each other. So as you can see in these ones, the red doesn't blend in with the black, and there's some really nice detail here with the thin layers of black and white, and those remain true no matter how small it gets. So that is what using a cane to create things is all about. Some of the other canes that I've worked with that I don't have any finished pieces is a cane like this, which is use a technique called a bullseye cane, which would be the blue wrapped in a white, wrapped in a light green, and then wrapped in white again. So these originally started out as just round snakes, and then I put them together and pressed them together, cut them and put them all together, and that's how you get sort of this complex cane there. Put these two together and reduced it, and this was nice because I was able to do reduce this further, keep this a lot larger, so that you had that variation in the size of the original cane. So you can do different things with just one cane. And then this technique is by Melanie West, and she does a lot of her pieces really take after marine life, wildlife, but mostly marine biology, as well as marine fish and various things like that. So she calls this the Cephalopod Cane, and it's quite intricate. You have to make the cane that is this blue, what we call a Skinner blend, and then you layer a white and a black on top of it, and you shape it and you bring it together to make sort of this kind of cane, which I just love. I mean, I'm sorry I don't have any pieces, but if I would blend that with these canes to make a veneer, you could get some really interesting pieces that way. John Anderson, who lives in Bali, is probably the premier artist in taking canes, all sorts of different kinds of canes, and assembling them onto real looking animals. And so I'll include some pictures of his stuff, because he just takes cane building and assembling to the extreme. He's one of those that we all aspire to be like him, be able to do that kind of detail, although I don't have the patience for it. So that's a cane where we want to keep the clay colors distinctly separate from each other. Okay, and then another technique is a blend, and we call this a controlled blend or a Skinner blend. And it's called Skinner because one of the original polymer artists, Judith Skinner, discovered this technique where you could put 2 or 3 or 4 more colors together, run it through the pasta clay to blend the colors, but you don't make a new color like I did with the, with these colors where I blended the olive green and the white together completely to come out with a new color. You still want to kind of keep the separate colors but then blend them as well, and so you can get some really, really interesting pieces by doing a Skinner blend. Now this is a true Skinner blend here. Underneath it goes from that true blue up to white. This is what we call a controlled blend cane. And then this is definitely a controlled blend where I just I did a little bit of a Skinner blend here, a little bit of a Skinner blend here. So I did these two separately and then put these two pieces together with a piece of translucent clay in between and blended those very, very carefully to kind of get that separation between the purple and the goldish orange color there. So I'm going to show you how to do a Skinner blend. Hopefully in a fairly speeded up kind of way, and then I'll refer to some tutorials in case what I do doesn't make sense. So I rolled out white and black because I need to do a black and white Skinner blend. So and I'm going to use more white so that we can keep more white and less black because black will overtake the white very, very quickly. So the way that you do this is you roll it out on your thickest setting, and then I'm just going to square up these pieces. Oops, make sure that you're not cutting with the blade side up. I've done that many times before. And then I'm going to just maybe use that much black, really not much more. And I'm going to sort of smush these so that they're similar heights. Can smush these, just let me roll this through the pasta machine, and it's going to be noisy because I'm using my motor. So I'm not cranking all the time. I put a motor on one of my pasta machines. Okay, and I'm going to put these together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of double up and fold this piece over. Fold this piece over. So I've got a little bit of a ridge here, and I'm going to put that in here. So got a little bit of overlap already starting. Okay, and press those together, and I'm going to trim this up. Trim this up. Probably going to put these back on here because, like I said, I don't want too much black because I want more white on here. That works. And again, my pasta machine wasn't quite clean, so when I rolled out the white I got a little bit of smudgy in there, but for this technique it shouldn't matter too much. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this through the pasta machine lengthwise. So here's my pasta machine. I'm going to put it through that way, okay, not this way. If I would do this, we'd start blending the colors, but I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I went through this way, it flattened it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it so that it's color to color. Again, I'm not going to fold it not this way, but color to color. Alright, And then I'm just going to keep rolling this through, just keep folding it back color to color. I'll do this about 10 times and show you the steps, okay? Okay, this is 5 times through, and you can see how it's starting to blend, right? So we're starting to get a gradient, and that's really what a Skinner blend is that you get a gradient. And you keep going. Okay, now this is 10 times, getting a little bit more of a gradient. You want to keep rolling it through until you've got a nice gradient. I mean, this is an effect, but it's really not a Skinner blend. We really want it to go black up through the shades of gray to white here. So I'm going to keep on rolling it through. Okay, this is about 20 times, and you can see we're starting to get a little bit more, but I've got some coming up here, and I need to maintain this white. So what I'm going to do is make sure that when I fold it over, that I'm really keeping the white separate. And you'll notice that as you roll it through the pasta machine, also it sort of starts to spread this way. So I'm just folding it over and kind of smushing it in to try to keep it a little bit right sized. Okay, and this is just about perfect. I don't see any real lines